What's up, guys? I wanted to make this second video for the AFOQT because a lot of people have been viewing it and a lot of people wanted to know more about it, and there isn't a lot of videos out there about the AFOQT and what's exactly on it. So I remembered it, I thought a lot about it, and I just put down the main things. I wrote down the main things that are only on the AFOQT and not on any other test. So hopefully this will help you guys. This is just a more in-depth video about what's really on the AFOQT. So there's a section on there, it's an officer section, and the best way I can describe it is a what would you do section. You are given you're given a scenario, sorry, you're given one scenario and you're given 5 options how to deal with it as an officer, and you have to put it in order from worst option to best option, or best to worst option, whatever order. But you have to rank it. Like it's an example would be, one of your enlisted members wants a promotion, but another member has been working for you for 10 years and he wants the same promotion, but the first member is better at the job. What do you do? And it has a list of like 5 options. You can either say, like, just screw the person that's been working for you for 10 years, give it to the first guy, or sit them both down, talk to them, and yada yada yada. And obviously you would pick the best option, which would be to sit down, talk to them, discuss it with both of them, and yeah, so things like that. There's about, I want to say about 40-50 questions like that are just scenarios of what would you do, how would you handle the situation. So the next that was on the AFOQT was the personality questions. There's 200 of them, but you're given like 45-50 minutes to do it, and they're easy. It's just like, it's like agree or disagree, or strongly disagree or strongly agree. And it's like, I like loud music, I like to go bungee jumping, I like rock music. I like just questions, like random questions like that all the way. The thing is, like, you want to be consistent because they'll ask the same question in different ways, so you just need to be consistent because that's what they're looking for. Because you don't want to say I like loud music and then you'll say like I hate concerts, so you're not being consistent. They would just want to see consistency throughout that whole section or whatnot. So it's not that big of a deal if you don't answer one question right. It's not the end of the world. They're not gonna like score you less on it. The next that's on it is the Jenga section. That's what I call it. It's the one with, I mentioned it in the other video, it's the one with the blocks, and it's Jenga pretty much, and it's labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you have to say how many blocks is touching block number 1, and like it's like based on like the corners and whatnot and stuff like that. So you just have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're given, I want to say 25 minutes, maybe 20 minutes to do about 30 of them, something like that. It's a lot. I mean, you're crunched for time in all of these, so it's not fun. The next is the graph section. I believe this is for Air Battle Manager. I'm not entirely sure. I know it's for one of the ranked or rated officer slots. So you're given this graph, and basically it's a ton of numbers on it. It's got an x-axis and a y-axis, and it's got like hundreds of little grids with numbers in them, and it's labeled -15 to like +15, and then like -15 to +15, and you're given 2 numbers on the test. You're given like +2 and -5, and you have to take your finger and you have to go and match it on the graph, and then you'll have a list of answers that you can pick, and you put the right number in. Now it doesn't seem very hard, but you can't use your pencil. You can't like lay out your fingers like this. You have to use the tips of your fingers. That's it. You're not given anything else. You can't use a ruler or anything like that. And that one, I believe there was about 60 some questions like that, and you have to do that for every single one of them. And I think you're only given about 10 minutes, maybe 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes. So yeah, that section kind of sucked. Just because you're rushing. But again, like I said in the first video, fill in every answer, even if you can't, like, just make a guess, because it's not going to hurt you if you get it wrong. It's only going to benefit you if you get it right. So that's what that section was like. Then the other section I can think of was the pilot sections. The first pilot section was just reading this dial. It's a little circle dial, and it's got this like arrow on it, and it's like, you should just Google how to read it because I can't really explain it to you. But basically, by how the dial is positioned, you can tell whether the plane is climbing or diving, or if it's banking left or banking right. And you're given a picture of a plane, and it's four pictures of a plane, four pictures of the same plane in different positions, like flying different ways. And so by reading that dial and looking at the direction it's going, you look at the right plane and you pick the right plane. So there's about 25 of those, and I think you're given like 6-7 minutes to do it. So you got to go fast. It's not difficult. If you learn how to read the gauge, it's very, very easy. It's nothing to stress about. I mean, if you're trying to be a pilot, it'll be easy because you already like have a base knowledge of it if you like just Google how to read it. Then the last would be the actual pilot section, which is asking about a ton of just pilot terms. Like, I mean, I had absolutely no idea about any of them, so I can't really give an example of a question. I mean, I think I can. Like, one of the questions was, what is the leg that the plane takes off of? And then there's like the first wing, the second. Like, I have absolutely no idea. So, like, and all my friends that took it were just like, yeah, I had absolutely no idea. So unless you actually are have your private license to fly a plane and like know all those terms, like, that's what you need to like seriously study that section, because it's a lot of hard questions that no average person that has any experience with, or has no experience with planes, would know. Like, so it's something, that's a section you really need to study on if you're trying to get a pilot slot. Like, seriously, because there's a lot of hard questions that no one really would know. So yeah, that's basically it. That's all the sections that I can remember that were only on the AFOQT. Again, it's just a big time crunch. You are given a lot of problems with little time on purpose to see how well you do under pressure and how well like your critical thinking is and how you can make decisions when you're pressed for time. So I hope that helped. I hope that gave a little bit more detail and everything. So for you guys taking it, good luck. Let me know if you have any more questions. Thanks.